Very risky move there. He is flirting with disaster, and Jan is threatening mate in 1.
Yeah, queen of fate.
He's got to move his king back. He blundered mate in 1! He blundered mate in 1!
Hello guys, so today we'll be taking a look at this incredible game that just was crazy. You saw the game, how it ended in a very bad way for Hans Niemann. So the game starts with Ian having the white pieces, and this is a tiebreaker match, so there's a lot of pressure. Ian goes with d4, and you can see that all the pieces placed here are different, but same for both sides because this is chess 960. This is not a normal chess game. The game continues, and we see d4. There is no openings here, so they sort of try to make it like the King's Indian defense plus a bit of Queen's Gambit lines where you push these two pawns. So the game continues, and we see early queen attacks trying to develop pieces, and white has most of the center. Queen comes into play, and here we see great moves. The game continues for a while, and now we're heading towards a bit of an endgame. We get to see the bishops come off the board. We also get to see the rook pair coming off the board as well. And now it's all just endgame. So the game starts to come into play. The endgame starts to come into play. We see some moves here by Ian trying to attack the king, gives him some checks, and Ian is trying his best to attack. Hans defends and pushes his pawns, trying to take some pawns and attack from this weak side. Instead, the time is running out, and Hans pushes the queen back. Now, by this situation here, the game is balanced. Hans did had a bit of opportunity to play with until the rooks came off the board. So with one pair of rook, this is getting a bit hard for him to play as well. There is no good moves for him until the other player blunders. And here he takes, giving a check. That's the idea that Ian had, and Hans does the same. Now the game is still balanced. It's not going to a mate in 1, and it's quite balanced. He's trying to push the pawn to make a new queen. Hans defends with the queen, and now here Ian moves the queen to attack that pawn here to give a check, and Hans comes up with a great move, which is that defending that pawn here. So Ian has to move the queen, and so yeah, Ian moves the queen instead of taking a queen trade. And now we see a balanced game still. White now is starting to push, and now this is the final move. This is just it. So this knight move here was something that actually made the game worse, because before this you would like your knight to be more active on this side of the board, maybe, because knight is considered to be like a queen. So it's a mini queen you have on board. You would like your mini queen to attack the pieces instead of going back, and he does that, and he misses this idea of mate in 1 in just 5 seconds because he is low on time. He just misses this idea that now this is just checkmate, because this is a beautiful checkmate. The king can't move here because of the queen. The king can't here because of this pawn, and the king can't move here because of this pawn. So what a beautiful and brilliant checkmate by Ian Nepomniachtchi, and Hans Niemann just loses, and he is out of the freestyle chess tournament, and Ian Nepomniachtchi heads towards the semifinals. And I'll show you the last few seconds of the game here, and then probably the video would end. So make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next video. Till that, take care, goodbye, and enjoy the live footage of the game.
Yep. You can take the C file here, double.
Building it up. Here's the thing, though. Hans has that knight on e3, so things could turn around very quickly with the queen.
Now
With
he
the queen
seems to
have
have just traded a superior rook for an inferior rook, right? So
Black is not risking here with a knight like that.
he comes back to cover queen e1 mate.
Road's closed. closed. Take the other freeway. And the dance macabre begins with the queens.
And with the clock, they're each dancing a death dance with their flags here.
And their hearts. They're beating fast.
Maybe like an E4 shot at some point.
Queen C7 was a Hans with a very risky move there. He is flirting with disaster, and Jan is threatening mate in 1.
Yeah,
He's got to move his king back. He blundered mate in 1! He blundered mate in 1!